Welcome back to episode 9. I'm Bronwyn Newman. I'm a credentialed diabetes educator and the director of SHG. My passion is helping people living with diabetes and their families build confidence, knowledge, resilience, and hope. Diabetes can be challenging at every stage of life, but it should never stop anyone from learning, growing, participating, dreaming, and achieving their goals. Today, we're discussing a topic that affects many families, which is living with diabetes throughout the education journey, from preschool through to university. We'll explore the challenges, barriers, successes, resilience, and the importance of collaboration between families, healthcare teams, and educational institutions. So we'll start with the preschool years. Trusting others with your child's care. For many parents, sending their child with diabetes to preschool can be one of the most emotionally challenging milestones. Until this point, parents have often been responsible for the checking of blood glucose levels, insulin dose, carbohydrate count, and response to the elevations and the low events. Suddenly, someone else is helping care for your child. So, common challenges: separation anxiety, fear of hypoglycemia while away from their parents, staff confidence and diabetes knowledge, variable eating patterns, which is common in young children, physical activity causing unpredictable glucose levels, communication between educators and parents. So parents may worry, which is very common and should be very validated. So with what we could see as a common theme will be that parents worry about the caregiver recognizing hypoglycemia. Will their child be safe? What if their child refuses to eat after insulin? They're all common concerns and are completely understandable. So how do we build successes? Success often comes from preparation. Individual diabetes management plans. This includes sick day management planning. Staff education and training. Clear communication pathways. Emergency hypoglycemia treatment plans. Regular review of current care arrangements. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is creating a safe environment where a child can participate fully alongside their peers in a safe environment. So that's very brief. We will head on to the next topic, which is primary school and growing independence. Primary school introduces longer days, more structured learning, camps, excursions, sports, and social activities. Children begin developing an understanding of their diabetes and can gradually take age-appropriate responsibility for aspects of their care. So, common challenges: managing diabetes during sports and play, fear of having hypoglycemia in front of friends, missing class for diabetes management, remembering supplies, school excursions and camps. There's planning involved, but it doesn't mean that you can't participate. Balancing independence with supervision. Some children may feel different from their classmates. Others become frustrated that diabetes requires attention when their friends don't have to think about blood glucose levels. So, how do we celebrate successes? Many children become incredibly capable problem solvers. They learn self-awareness, responsibility, planning skills, communication, confidence. These are skills that extend far beyond diabetes, and they age before their time. High school. Now, this is, again, I've just had a brief description and discussion about primary school, but we'll delve into high school. So, independence, identity, and challenges. The teenage years can be particularly complex. Adolescence brings hormonal changes, increasing insulin resistance, growth spurts, changing routines, peer influences. There are exams and growing independence. At the same time, teenagers are trying to establish their identity and fit in socially. So let's discuss some common challenges. The variable blood glucose levels due to hormones, diabetes, burnout, peer pressure, mental health challenges, emotional and mental well-being, body image concerns, remembering insulin during busy schedules, sleep disruption, risk-taking behaviours. Many teenagers describe feeling exhausted by the constant demands of diabetes. We all know that it is every second, it's every minute. It can be good, it can be hard, it can come back to good. It's variable. So, constant demands of diabetes. They may ask, why do I have to think about this all the time? That feeling is valid. Diabetes never takes a day off. Supporting teenagers, support works best when it is collaborative rather than controlling. And this is hard because you just want them to be safe. Young people often benefit from open conversations without judgment, problem solving together, celebrating effort, not just glucose results. So it's not just the number. Encouraging independence while maintaining support. Blood glucose numbers are information, not a report card. So it's our language that really matters and how we deliver it. And this can be hard. A high reading is not a failure. It is simply data that helps guide the next decision. So we can talk about school camps, excursions, and sports next. One of the most common concerns families have is whether diabetes should limit participation. The answer is overwhelmingly no. With planning and support, children and young adults can participate in school camps, sports, school trips, swimming, athletics, overseas travel programs, leadership opportunities. Diabetes may require additional preparation, but it does not define capability. Children and young adults living with diabetes achieve extraordinary things every day. University and further education. So let's discuss university. Often, university represents a major transition. Many young adults move away from home for the first time and become fully responsible for their diabetes management. So, common challenges. Managing diabetes without parental reminders. Financial pressures, irregular schedules, shift work, late night study sessions, stress during exams, social events involving alcohol. Finding new healthcare providers. This transition can be overwhelming. Many young adults experience periods where diabetes management becomes more difficult whilst adjusting to new responsibilities. So, how do we build confidence? Success comes from developing practical skills, ordering supplies independently, booking healthcare appointments, understanding insulin adjustments, preparing for illness, managing diabetes during exams and study. All of these skills help create confidence and self-resilience. The importance of resilience is throughout every educational stage, resilience plays an important role. Resilience does not mean never struggling. It means continuing to move forward despite challenges. It means learning from setbacks. It means asking for help when needed. Every hypoglycemia treated, every infusion set changed, every glucose check, every appointment attended, every challenge overcome. These moments build resilience over time. Supporting families. So parents and caregivers also deserve recognition. Diabetes affects the entire family. Many parents carry invisible worry. Overnight glucose monitoring, school safety concerns, future health worries, emotional exhaustion. Parents need support too. No family manages diabetes perfectly. What matters most is continuing to learn, adapt, and support one another. So, a collaborative approach. The best outcomes occur when everyone works together. We work better together. The student, parents and carers, teachers, school nurses, healthcare teams, diabetes educators, endocrinologists, friends and support networks. Diabetes care is strongest when people do not feel they have to manage it all alone. So, some final thoughts. Whether your child is taking their first steps into preschool, navigating high school exams, or beginning university, remember this. Diabetes may add challenges, but it does not limit potential. Children, teenagers, and young adults living with diabetes can thrive academically, socially, emotionally, and physically. They can pursue their dreams. They can build meaningful relationships. They can achieve remarkable things. And most importantly, they can learn that diabetes is a part of their story, but is never the whole story. So thank you for joining me on Power On. I'm Bronwyn Newman. I'm a credentialed diabetes educator. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, stay connected, and remember to always power on.